Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Age of Strife. Sorry about the long break. That's my fault. You can hashtag blame Neil for that one.
I'll do it.
Thanks, Ginger. So, what have you guys decided?
Absolutely nothing. I think
we had some ideas, so you wanted to investigate the crypt.
yeah, a little bit, but I'm also worried about.
Me
I
and
don't know how much justification there is in the world for Luther being like, "Oh, there's going to be a wraith down there," but at least in the back of my head, that's what I'm worried about.
me and Ty want to go have a look at the lighthouse, and on the way there's the centaurs.
And initially, want to just chase up and see if any of the people remembered who the mother was, so that we can get a physical description.
We also have the hanging in, what was it now, 2 days?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man's going to be burned alive.
I'm very interested to see that one. The man who
guess
blinded our father.
With the werewolf still running around, I don't know how comfortable Luther would be as leaving town. Because
Yeah.
you can come back and then our family's dead, and it's like, oh, that was bad.
I mean, we got 2 days before the hanging in any case, so we're probably gonna stick around for that. So I mean,
Yeah.
you could even have a look at the crypt if you wanted to in that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, like right now, I want to have a look at. I also want to spread some rumors in the taverns and get the socialites to spread some rumors.
Yeah.
But yeah, certainly. And then after that, we can decide what we're doing.
Spend the next 2 days preparing for going out.
Yeah, and we do know, because it's in the monster notes, and we know it's in the monster notes in character, werewolves turn on the full moon and the nights preceding and following it. So
When was the full moon? When's the full moon?
Ooh.
I think since it's
Was there a full moon last night,
the
Neil?
first time the werewolf did anything, my assumption is it was the night before the full moon last night.
That is correct. The full moon is on the 14th, which is today. Tonight is the full
Yeah.
moon.
So we know that the werewolf is going to be a werewolf again tonight. Did the sheriff already leave? Because we don't know if he knows that. I think I need to tell him.
Yeah, I think it's a very good idea.
If we ask around that house or the neighbors, and approach them friendly, Neil, are we able to get a name and a description of that lady?
Give me a charisma check there, Ty.
And also, in questioning it, I wouldn't seek to incriminate her at all. Just to say, like, she's like missing, and we're wanting to know, I guess, gather information about her.
Yeah, her body wasn't found. You
Yeah.
can say things like that.
Yeah, I want to do the same thing as well.
All right. Ooh, very nice. Ty manages to convince this woman to speak up about these things.
Surprisingly high charisma for a man raised by goblins.
Charisma is a force of personality. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a gentle one.
Yeah.
You see this mean-looking Ty come in, and he's trying to be nice to you. That could be very unsettling to the point that you would want to just tell him whatever it needed to be to get out of there. So what were you asking her?
Would you be able to give me a description of the lady and just some information about her? Do they have other family? Is there a place she frequents, or a place I'd be able to find her? What does she look like? What's her name?
Ms. Bannon? No, they don't have last names. Beatrice? She was a lovely young lady. On the thinner side of things. Up until now, me and my friends used to talk about her behind her back, saying she stuck her fingers down her throat after every meal to keep her figure. But, her whole family dead. Damn shame. She and her husband are some of them fuckers, They head out and see what they can salvage from the swamps and the areas around there. That's what they did for a living.
Well,
Can you describe her appearance?
Skinny as a twig, about 5.5 feet tall. Let's see, I think her hair is naturally blonde, but it's always been kind of grayish green from the swamps. A real odor around her, you know. Fair complexion, deep set eyes, brown in color. No freckles. Short trimmed nails. She wears mucker's pants usually, because, you know, she's a mucker. Sometimes a dress or a skirt if she's around town.
Is there a place that her and her family frequent around town?
Look where you're standing, son. We don't have the money to frequent anywhere.
Do they?
No
you know
offense,
if they
my
have,
lord. No offense, but
No, you're fine. No offense taken.
Did she recently change? Like, was she scared, or was there anything different about her when did you last see her?
yesterday.
Did she look? Was she the same as herself, or was she scared?
No, she was yelling at little Jimmy because he was chasing little Susie around. Little Susie's my girl. Little Jimmy's her boy. He was throwing mud at her, and so Beatrice came over and gave him a stern talking to, grabbed him by the ear, and dragged him back in the house. And that was the last I saw.
You know,
How do you think she escaped the slaughter? If you don't mind my asking, my lords.
Not really sure.
We haven't found it yet. If you do, we are interested in her well-being. So if you do see her again, if you could let us know straight away so that we can have a talk to her, so we can hunt down this killer.
I'll send her your way.
Also, one last question. Do you know if she has any family? Any other family around town?
Her father and her mother-in-law were the last remaining family, but they died, you know, earlier this year, separately.
Very well. Thank you very much.
She shuts her door.
I think while all that was happening, Luther's just tracking down the sheriff. He said he's going to the other side of the rivers. That's
It's not hard to find the sheriff.
Yeah.
Are muckers? Sorry, I just have a quick question. Are muckers like adventurers?
No, they're the people who go throughout the stinking marsh, trying to find whatever could be used there. Some plants, maybe some old remnants of, you know, swords that were dropped back during the war. You know, occasionally you can find weapons and armor from former soldiers who have kind of like sunk into the marsh. An area
Looking
site of many
inside their
battles.
house, do I find anything like that?
Yeah, you find some things like that. Nothing of value. There's like an old rusted sword that is so far gone that she probably couldn't salvage it or sell it to anyone. And it's got this like spot up on the wall like it would be some great honor, but like, you know, 75% of the sword is missing. It's really like the core of the blade and some little edges on the sides, and the handles, the pommel's missing, the handle's been unwrapped. You can see that it even like had half of a tang, and it's just kind of like a shitty, rusted out, ruined sword, and that's like their decorations on their mantle.
Sounds cool.
I wonder if she ran into a werewolf when she was out in the swamps one day.
Well,
Obviously very recently.
Stefan, we need to find the other muckers, don't we?
It's possible there could be more than one, although they would have all turned. There would have been more carnage if they had turned.
They might live in other parts of the town. So if they go out regularly out into the swamp, they might have seen werewolves there, or wolves, just normal wolves, because they change, don't they?
I don't know if that helps us though. Like, even if they did see it, we know that she's now a werewolf, or we suspect that. So it doesn't help us to know that she did actually contract it, since we've already
It
seen
kind
it.
of puts a source on it, and we can stop others if it is the place. But for now, I'm not sure.
Well, quite frankly, sister, it's good if we lose 30, 40, 100 more. This town is a shithole, and so the less there are, then the more the wealth there is for us.
Sadly, it does make sense. Yeah.
And still, we have to look like we're being in nobility. So we shall. I wonder what she's going to do tonight, because we have no idea where she's holed up, or what's going to happen when she turns. Definitely have to be ready.
We can probably maybe in the middle of the night stay near the bridge in the center of town and just listen for any commotion during the night and follow down the commotion.
I suspect that she probably have stayed where she is familiar, so I would imagine that she'd still be around this area somewhere.
Probably.
Close by. Certainly, I think we need the armor up tonight.
So, where are you guys going? What are you doing? You're burning daylight. The longer you stand around talking, the closer it comes to nighttime.
I just talk to the sheriff as soon as I can and let him know what we know.
I would go and try and find Luther Nels, knowing he went to the other side of the city.
I'm going to head home to talk to the socialites in the house.
And Ginger?
I'm gonna stick with Tybard as he goes with Luther.
So you guys meet up with Luther. Luther, you find the sheriff, no problem. You can tell him. What do you tell him? We don't have to roleplay it out, but we can.
Yeah, I say that someone in our house knows something about werewolves, and I go into explaining it. I say, the day before, after, and the day of the full moon is when werewolves transform. So that means there will probably be more attacks tonight.
He seems unhappy about this news, and thanks you for the information.
Yeah, and I also let him know that tonight we'll probably be sitting around town waiting for attacks to see if we can go stop them when they happen. Mm-hmm. I don't know what he's going to do with his men, but I just kind of let him know that's what we're going to be doing.
Okay. So, meanwhile, Stefan, you head back towards your house, and as you hit that main stone road that goes around the perimeter of the town, you see carriages of noble people and their personal guards heading out of town.
Heading out of town?
Heading out of town. Stop and look, and it seems like at least 3 noble houses are... all the family members are leaving, and look, they've got a fairly heavy escort leaving with them. Look at that.
Fantastic.
As you actually get back to your house, your actual house, you can see that not all of their troops have left. They have left a few guards back at each building, probably to prevent looters. But they've packed up their things, and you can see servants inside, like shutting doors and shuttering windows, and the nobility here is getting out of Dodge. Those that haven't left, you can see, have a couple of wagons and carriages that have been brought around, and they're loading up certain things and certain people and certain items to take off.
They are the smart ones, I say as I walk back home. The smart ones, not like us. All right, I just want to speak to Sarah and Isabel, and I guess Mary as well, and just talk about the Liftmans and the news that was spread that we revealed the information. And I just want to talk to them about. Do you want to roleplay that, or do you just want to skip it over?
We don't. It's with your family members, so we don't have to role play it out. But what do you want to
Okay.
tell them in particular?
Okay, I want to get them to start to change the narrative of the rumors to emphasize Kel. What's his name?
Greendoll.
Yeah, Kel Rugspan Grindle. That he was the one that saved the boy and rallied the town. So that's to just start just to put a different emphasis on that. So get
Okay.
them to do that. Yeah, and then if I got time, I'll head to the tavern and do the same thing with the gossipers, or just spread a couple of different rumors. One was that we were in the area. Two was that Kel Rigsman Greendale saved the boy. Yeah, then actually they'll probably do it for the moment.
All right.
All right.
Eventually, the party reconvenes some hours later. It is after midday, and you guys are all together having lunch. You're in your house. Servants have prepared some food, but they are fairly nervous. You overhear William giving them a speech about, "Don't worry, you're safe here. No werewolf is going to come into this house. If there's any place in town that's safe, it's here or the church. If you'd like to stay the night, well, I'm sure the church will have you, but you'll be fine here during the course of the day."
When it's kind of just us, I look to the others. So first of all, Neil, is it common knowledge amongst all of us that the other nobles have left town?
Yeah, I think
Yes,
that.
I would have shared that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think when you guys came back, you would have also seen them packing up and heading out.
I look to my siblings. So everybody's getting out of town. Easy target. Go into their manors, take their gold and their silver. I can take it to Jethro's and melt it all down. No incriminating evidence against us.
They still have guards there.
You talk about murdering guards.
Well,
Oh,
we could do this, but I don't think
if anything,
the guards are all in such close proximity to each other.
the crypt is much more a better target if all the nobles are out, because it's the nobles' families who are in those crypts.
Sister, this evening, we're going to have this werewolf going around. I think we should focus on the werewolf that will be hunting in the city tonight.
Well, then the night after. Because we'll
I
chase
think this werewolf could create a great distraction in the city, as all the guards will be out and on notice of that, and the whole crypt versus our empty neighbor houses. I think our empty neighbor houses might be an easier target, on the notion that it's right by us, and if we went to the crypt, we would have to go through the city, run the risk of being seen by other citizens, while right next to us is an easy target.
Well, okay,
The
sure.
problem is, none of you are suited to this kind of thing. I hate to say it, but you all may be better fighters than me, but I believe I'm the only one of us who can successfully sneak around anywhere.
Well, maybe you go into the house and you have your bronze mask. I have a bronze mask. I can follow you into the house. I will just stand still inside the house while Ginger and Stefan cover the front door and the back door of the houses. I will be in there with you, and they will be guarding the entrance and exit.
Brother, have you forgotten the guards? What happens when you're caught, when you're sprung? Are you going to kill those guards?
In the middle of the night, 2 or 3
You
in
would
the
do
morning,
murder?
I'll be sleeping.
We're not going to kill the guards.
Yes, I won't be taking part in this. But wish you the best of luck.
The only way you can do it is if you can go in and not be seen, and if you are seen, not recognized. So you've got your mask. But tonight, I believe Luther, you said to the sheriff that we would be out helping him. Oh, I don't feel like doing that, you know?
Well, that is what I'm going to do. So,
Yeah, why are we helping the sheriff? It's
we're
anyway.
not helping the sheriff. We're protecting the town.
In any case, I don't think the nobles will be back. If the werewolf is only active for another 2 nights, I don't think the nobles will be back in 2 nights. I think they'll turn tail and they'll be off to their manners for an extended period of time. So your idea, brother, well, I disagree. It's something which is on the table for quite a while, as is the Crips. But this werewolf thing, we have 2 nights. Would anyone know why she ate her family but just killed the others?
So she might have ate her family because of turning makes her crazy hungry, and then she killed the others because they're witnesses. That's it. That's the only explanation I've thought of for it.
I kind of think she probably went savage, ate her family because she was hungry, and then after eating them, she wasn't hungry, and the other targets she just slaughtered without the compulsion of eating them.
Well, when she killed her family, they must have screamed, and then the people who heard the screams needed to die. She has to protect herself if she's being an animal.
Luther, you seem to know about these werewolves. Do you think there's any reason why they would kill their own family?
Well, maybe just because they're the closest. It's the easiest target. I don't know why they would go on such a spree. I'm not really sure.
I think it's in the monster notes.
Yeah.
I can't read anyway.
But we may not know that. Yeah. Okay. Well,
So what are we doing? Are we going out? If you're going out, I'll go out with you, Luther. Or are we going to sit?
So, Luther,
Countess to come?
I enjoy a good fight, and a werewolf probably perfectly good fight. But I have a regular sleeping pattern. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, sure, I know what you mean. But this werewolf is a plague on the town, and I'm going to do... Somebody has to stop it.
very well. Apart from that, I think... Are we doing anything?
I guess we're waiting until nightfall and going out.
Do I have a stitch berries growing in the greenhouse? Is that a possibility?
Stitchberries. I think stitchberries are a rather large bush. You don't probably have that in the greenhouse. The greenhouse, you can have like little plants. A stitchberry bush is pretty big.
Okay. Oh, that's fine then.
Yeah, I think same with thistle leaf. It's probably too big to keep in the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Do you know where we can find them, though?
I guess there aren't any snakes or spiders roaming around in the greenhouse either, I assume.
No, but you can probably find thistle leaf and stitchberry in the swamp.
Yeah. Nope.
And
You want
probably
to go
snakes and spiders,
get
too.
Yeah.
Do you want to go get them or try to get them before nightfall? Is that a possibility?
It's not that big of a deal.
No, I was just thinking it's something to keep an eye on and grab while we're out and about, and yeah. But not for now. So are we just waiting around for the night time, and then we're gonna go out and wait?
Yes, I think what I'm going to do is... Sorry, I'm going to go sit in the drowned rat, probably, and just wait around to see if I hear any screams.
Oh,
I accompany Luther.
All right, let's take us over towards the drowned rat, and you guys just wait there till nightfall.
yep. We all got our shields, right?
While we're there, I ask about Beatrice to see if there's any other information to find out if she has family or any place that she might be hiding or seek refuge or.
No, no one seems to know anything about her. So you guys wait in the Drowned Rat. It is quiet in here. Sure, it's kind of crowded, but there's not a lot of talking. There seems to be a sour mood over everyone. There's a nice roaring fire in the hearth, and everyone keeps nervously glancing around. The few things you do hear are, whispers of a murderer or a monster.
Yeah.
There's a nervous excitement around everyone. The four of you are clad in heavy armor, right?
Yeah.
You're all wearing like chainmail and
chainmail.
weapons and shields and helmets on the table, getting ready for a fight.
How much would it cost to pay for ale for everybody in the Drowned Rat?
Okay, there's 50 people here at 3 copper a drink. That's 150 copper. That's 1.5 gold.
Okay, I will go ahead and shell that out.
All right. Everyone kind of nods and gives you a half-hearted cheers, and goes back to their things. You do get a nice breath of room from people, although whether it's because you're nobles or because you're armored, it's hard to tell today. And eventually the sun begins to go down. And as it gets a little bit darker, the Drowned Rat clears out. Once this light gets a little dim coming through the windows, the place empties out pretty quickly. And shortly thereafter, it's just you guys and the barkeep who nervously comes over to your table, his cap in hand, kind of ringing it between it. Excuse me, my lords. I was hoping to get home for sundown tonight. We usually stay open a little bit later, but hoping to get home early tonight, if you understand.
Of course.
You can leave. We just like to stay here, just in case.
Perhaps we should allow the man to go home to his safety.
Yes, he can leave.
Are you comfortable with us taking refuge here while you are at your house and we can lock up behind you? If you're not comfortable with that, we understand.
He can leave it open till the morning.
We can just go out to the streets. I've had enough drinking this swill anyway.
Thank you, my lords. You're so understanding. Thank you for your patronage.
It's the first time I've heard you say you've had enough drink.
Have a blessed evening, y'all. May Martha watch over you tonight.
And may Reluna make your passions tonight keep you safe.
Oh, thank you. I think I'll need all of her help to keep my bed warm tonight. And he nervously kind of shuts up behind you and scurries down the road in, half sprint, getting to his house, leaving you guys in the quiet, desolate streets.
I look to Luther.
I look to around right now.
No. There's
Alright,
no one around. You might see down the street someone running rapidly from one building to another, but the sun is going down behind the walls.
I'm gonna try to pick the lock on the Drowned Rat.
I was just about to suggest that. I look around to make sure no one's around or watching or anything, and try and cover Luther.
That shouldn't be a problem. Luther, do you have a thieves' picks?
Yes, I do.
Let me just
Lock
grab
picking kids.
a quick. Let me grab my books real quickly.
Okay.
Okay, that's that. I just need to observe the lock information. Get the lock that these guys have. Okay, what is your chance to pick locks?
25%.
Fantastic. Go ahead and roll me a
Oh.
D100. That is not good enough. You cannot pick these locks. They are too advanced for you. You need to gain a level before you can try again.
Is there a back door?
Yes, there is a back door. You could try the
Yeah.
back door.
Yeah, I circle the building and I'm like, well, maybe this
I
one.
make sure no one's watching before he does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's time you guys find the back door.
I was going to say, do we need a roll perception check?
56 is also a no-go.
Damn.
I look to Luther. Should I break the door down?
No, that's fine.
What?
Is there a window? Is there a window?
Yeah, there are a few windows, but they have already been shuttered up. That was part of his closing up for the night.
Oh,
He's got these like
shutters.
storm shutters that he places in them. You see a lot of buildings that have windows or shutters have actually like good storm shutters put in behind them now.
Do we have shutters on our house? I feel like we need shutters.
You have them. Your servants probably
Shutters
put
are
them
a
up.
great defense.
Yeah.
Do we have actual guards at our house?
No, why would you have guards? You guys are amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
warriors.
So we've left our house unguarded, unlike
William's
every
there.
other noble.
William,
Yeah.
he's fantastic. He'll not take care of it at all. Yeah, your
Like
house is
a-
totally unguarded.
He's like a level 5 fighter who can't see, so he's fine.
So this back door, Neil, is there in this alley? Is there other houses or other buildings with back doors?
Yes, there's no other back doors adjacent to this one. This is definitely the like we're gonna dump out our crap here door.
Luther, I'm really tempted to bust this back door down.
No,
I think we're getting sidetracked. She should have turned by now. It's past sunrise, so.
So,
why
shall
don't we
we,
just go walking out in the streets and
shall
see
we
what-
stay together, walk through to the fish market?
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
Are there any abandoned houses around?
There are a
Well,
lot of
now.
empty houses. Yeah.
I really don't want to be standing out in the street just waiting for a werewolf.
That's why we go walking and hunting for it. Is the whole purpose of why we're out here.
Yeah, I'd rather the werewolf attack first and then we go get it rather than it attacking us first and we just get wrecked.
Out of curiosity, Neil, what are these dark blue buildings?
Those are granaries. They were the town stores all of their supplies, all their food supplies in case of a siege or something. While you guys are discussing this, you hear a wolf howl off in the distance.
From which direction?
Oh, yeah.
And it echoes all around you.
Is there a possibility we could get a direction?
Perception check.
Yeah, you guys make a perception check. 25 or higher will be a pass.
Okay.
Let these go. 20. 15. Jeff thinks it comes from the door. Luther, 23.
Ah! Do we
Ty,
have to get over 25?
you're used to being out in the wilds and hearing wolf cries. It's coming from the north.
Guys, it's coming from the north.
No,
Do I
I-
think north as in over the river or north as in this district of town?
North is in north from our location.
North from your location, it's hard to tell whether it's from over the river or not.
We were gonna head north to the fish market area. Let's walk that way.
I propose we take the alleys, not this main road. Get off the main road.
We have our shield walls, so could we set up the shield wall in the alleys?
Just start patrolling down the alleys.
We
behind
can,
our shield.
we can actually move whilst in shield wall formation, just at half speed.
Yes, you can.
I think
Yeah.
that's a bit unreasonable. Well, it's not unreasonable, it's just strange.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could
We
just
could
be
probably
together
stay
and
close and if we
walking.
see any threat, form shield wall.
So, Neil, how wide are the streets? Like, would the main street be a place to set up a nice shield wall, or would the alleys be better?
The alleyways, you'll have a tighter wall for sure. This main road right here is like, 13 feet wide. From door to door, from building to building, it's closer to 20 feet. But these alleyways are much tighter, 9 or 10 feet. Like 15 feet wide for these streets from wall to wall. Sometimes
so
there will
50
be like
feet
little
would be too-
things sticking out that block off the area, like maybe steps coming down. So your shield wall will kind of have to open and close walking down the main streets. Which isn't difficult. You guys are all trained warriors. You know how to do that.
Yeah, I would propose that we just get off the main street and then go up.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You guys make it to the fish market. And on the way there, you hear again another wolf howling. This time it's very clear for all of you, since you're not in and amongst these buildings, that it's coming north from across the river.
Okay.
Across the river.
We head out, go across the river to the other side.
Bridge, boys.
So we break our formation and run to the bridge, right?
Yeah. And then head.
As we're crossing the bridge, can we
Oh.
see anything from that perspective? I imagine that the bridge would be a good viewpoint, as you can look out. Sorry for my dogs.
It's all
Look
right.
out.
Let's get into it.
See.
Yes, as you crest over the bridge, which is kind of arced, you hear the wails of dying men, and you see in the northern market there are 4 people sprinting for their lives while a large wolf pounds after one of them, leaps onto its back, and begins to rip it to shreds. The other 3, 2 of them break for the river.
I take out my crossbow and
2 of
fire.
them
as
break for the
they come
river
in.
over here. One of them comes straight at you guys while the large wolf is in the market. Bridge is what? 20 feet wide, 18 feet wide? Wide enough for 2 wagons to pass, 17 feet wide. So the 3 of you can shield wall and block it off efficiently.
I look to the party. Should we get its attention, get it to come over here, and maybe with our shield wall we can push it into the river?
Sorry, I already declared that I'm shooting it with crossbow.
Yep, you've notched an arrow. Fire.
Yeah, and I'm gonna blow my horn once, or while this is
Good
happening.
one.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
wow.
There's one for your stats.
Natural 20.
Werewolf dies in 1 hit. Get wrecked.
Oh, yeah, I think I got its attention.
10 damage. The arrow sinks into the side of the werewolf.
A save versus
You
death.
just blast that dude in the head.
Passes the save versus death.
Okay, so yeah, we're shield wall up.
You blew
And
your
I'm-
horn?
Yeah. I'm trying to get the sheriff's attention, but I don't know if he's gonna what he's
Yeah.
Seeing Luther do this, I'll pull out my horn and blow with him in unison.
Okay.
I've already got a spear in my hand, so I'm not part of the horn. You don't have a
Form up.
place to
Get ready,
store a
everyone.
weapon.
If you're making a perception check for the sheriff, I don't know if that's something you're doing, but would it be possible to lawyer that the perception check would get an advantage due to 2 horns and our positioning being on the bridge as a good center point?
We've got the 5e.
Where's my
Um,
advantage?
advantage.
Hold on 1 sec.
Just have faith in our good sheriff. If he's awake, he'll get to work.
Sking the 5e player's handbook out to look up the rules for advantage.
Alright, you
Wrong.
did how much damage to it? 10?
10, yep.
It's dead.
No, it's not dead. The horns get blown, and the wolf looks up after being hit in the side. That one townsperson that's running across the bridge is running right towards you guys now that you've got your shield wall up. Do you let him through? Because the wolf is bounding right behind him.
Are we blocking the whole bridge?
You're blocking the whole bridge.
I'm gonna just like stare down the wolf and just hold my position, and unless someone else gives me a sign.
Can we do
roll
can we do a
initiative.
super fancy maneuver where we open up the shield wall, move forward so the guy can get behind us and close it before the werewolf gets here?
So, with shield wall, those sorts of things need to all be done at once. So you would go on the last person's initiative if you wanted to do it at once.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if the werewolf gets to you before the last person's initiative comes up, then it would not be possible. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because if you're going to
Well-
move as a shield wall, you have to move on the slowest person's turn.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, the worst thing
I
is-
would vote sacrifice the person and allow the werewolf to pounce on them so we
That's,
can get,
that's
like
kind of what I was thinking. Like, hold the wall
Well,
and have
let's roll initiative, because the
the
wolf
river
is
deep
coming
is
your
ready.
way.
the spears are the correct weapon to use here, right, guys?
You got a spear. Stefan and Ty, what are you guys using for weapons?
my army sword.
Crossbow for this round.
Crossbow
can I-
takes 2 hands. You can't shield wall with a crossbow.
I'm not part of the shield wall.
Yes.
Oh wait,
Stefan's-
who's the third member of the shield wall?
It's
Me.
Patrick.
Oh, Patrick, you shield wall too?
Yeah.
Okay.
The most fighting thief.
Yeah. All right. So we have initiatives
Ooh, that's good.
3, 8, 12, and 1. All right. So first up is 3. What are you doing?
I'm throwing daggers.
Okay. So you're gonna have to wait for the wolf to get a little bit closer, or you can throw it long range, whichever you want. It's more or less the same.
Yeah, I'll hold for it to get close.
Okay. 6 is Brad. What are you doing, Brad?
This is foolish.
Do
I'm
it
gonna
then.
break from the shield wall. I'm gonna run up, slash at it, and then I'm going to, with my shield, I'm going to do the shield rush to where if I hit, we make opposed strength checks, and if he loses, he falls prone.
All right, so you break the shield wall, go to meet the werewolf who's charging right towards you guys. Give me an attack roll with both your sword, or whatever weapon you use, sword, and your shield. And the werewolf actually rolled a 6 as well. If he goes at the same time.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Military.
Nervous.
Oh, natural 1 on the werewolf's attack.
Thank you, God.
He flings himself off the bridge on accident.
Okay, so the sword, that is a miss. And then my shield. Dang it.
Also a miss. The werewolf does pass a save or step on his critical fumble. But Luther, you can throw a dagger as all this is
Okay.
happening as well.
And I get the last 2 attacks at the end.
Yeah.
Nope.
4 is a miss. Who's up next? I think it is.
8.
Yeah, Ginger.
Okay, so the guy who's running towards us.
Since
Is
the shield
now-
wall's broken up, he's slipped through it and down the
He can
road.
slip through.
Yeah.
He's fine. Phew. I guess I'm moving up next to Ty and making a spear attack.
Okay. So you come up, kind of flanking the wolf, so it's against the rail. Ty's in front, you're on the side. Make a roll to hit with your spear.
18.
18 is a hit.
2d4 plus 2. Big damage.
9. Nice.
It does look like this is doing damage, right?
Yes, the wolf is bleeding.
All right.
Good question.
And as I move up, I'll say, what happened to the shield wall tactics?
And Stefan.
I'm guessing I can't use a crossbow anymore.
Nope.
So I'm going to drop it. Am I able to make an attack this round with a short sword going at the end of the round?
Sure. You'll kind of form a triangle. So it'll be Ty on your left, Ginger on your right, and you guys are kind of cornering the wolf.
Okay. So first shot, I'm guessing that misses.
That is a miss. And that is
And
a
a
miss
miss.
as well. Luther, you can't get your subsequent attacks because your family
Yeah,
is blocking your
way.
view.
Yeah.
Let's roll initiative.
Okay.
What am I doing?
Ooh, 15, 12,
All right, same.
8.
Is there any angle at all where I can like get some ranged attacks in there? Or...
No.
Was he able to do so if he calls a shot? Call
How
shot?
big? How big
No,
is the
you
wolf?
guys are fighting back and forth. It's a medium-sized creature, but it's, a larger wolf.
So,
Alright, well-
because like we're like about 6 foot, it's like a little bit lower than us, and we're walking
Yeah.
completely.
Can I use
Yeah.
a light crossbow one-handed?
Nope. 2 hands.
It's just medium.
Yeah, but it requires 2 hands. One to trigger, one to support the front of it. All right. So Luther stands there not knowing what to do. Everyone else is...
I got it.
What are you doing?
I'm just gonna hold an action with throwing knives and
Okay.
wait for.
The wolf goes first. Ginger, you stabbed it. It turns and slashes with its claws at you, rolling an 8.
Oh.
23. Take it. A 23 hits you.
Yeah, I'm AC 18.
Yeah, it crits you.
Oh, our healer.
Well, can I blow my horn while I'm holding the action?
Sure, you can blow your horn with your left hand.
All right. I'm like, somebody please.
Ginger, you take 8 damage.
All right, I dropped to 0.
Ginger falls to the ground as the wolf lets out another howl.
Well, I have my. Do I have to hold till the end of the round?
No, but Ty and Stefan are still blocking your view.
I can't.
No.
Get from an angle where Ginger was. Okay.
No, she's on the other side of Stefan. Who's up next? It looks like Stefan is up next.
All right, I shall make my 2 attacks now. Do I get flank?
Yeah,
If it's
sure.
done for Ginger?
You got flank.
Nope. Oh dear.
Nope.
Oh my.
Nope.
The last 2 weeks, I haven't hit a single thing.
The short swords come in and do nothing. You get a 3rd attack this round, right?
Yes.
Yeah, at the end.
And Ty Barodite.
Okay, so I'm going to do the same slash and try and then knock it prone.
Okay. 14 is a slash through its hide, but not enough to hurt it.
Okay. And then my shield. Gosh,
No.
dang.
You smash
then we
towards
get-
the wolf, and it ducks under the shield and kind of knocks it to the side with its snout. You see the first crossbow bolt that Stefan hit it kind of works its way out of the side of the wolf and kind of drops to the ground.
dear.
And we roll initiative. Ginger, you're
that-
are you at 0 or negatives?
Sorry,
Me and
I'm at exactly 0.
Exactly 0. Okay, so you don't take bleeding damage.
Steph and I both get another attack this round.
Oh, make your second attacks, gentlemen. 15 is a hit.
Ooh. D6.
19 is also a hit.
Sorry, plus 2 damage to that, sorry.
That's
So
7?
7 damage. Yep.
Seven and 5 is 12. Okay.
I'll scream out for Luther to actually help.
I'm like standing behind you two, like hell.
Stab the fucking thing.
Sorry. Notes got really messy all of a sudden.
I'll also move around directly behind it if I can as well.
That's just. Okay. Did we roll initiative for this round? The wolf is injured. It's definitely bleeding all over the place, but it does look like its wounds are healing over that.
So, Neil, this bridge, is there rails on the bridge, or is it?
There's stone. It's not quite rails, but there's like a stone wall along the side that's about hip height. You know, it's just right for resting your arm on.
Okay. How would it work if I was to attempt to knock it over the bridge? How would that mechanically work?
Not very well, because the wolf would be about that height. So you need to get like under the wolf and lift it up and over.
Okay. Does this wolf, is it like a full blown wolf, or is it like a wolf man?
It's a full blown wolf on all fours.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
12. One more initiative coming in here.
Yeah.
God,
Another
natural
one.
1 3 times
I
in a
can't
row.
do anything with it. Oh my god.
Okay. I didn't roll its initiative. It goes, Patrick goes first, and then the wolf.
And I look in front of me, and I see my 2 brothers just sitting there in my way, and I just stand there.
I think Stefan moved out of the way to the back.
He did.
He moved to the side. Yeah.
Now move to the back.
Oh, you
He
moved to the
definitely
back?
made an opening, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, if you move forward and get closer to the wolf, you can throw a dagger at it.
How much closer?
So you'll be like, 8 feet from it, 10 feet from it.
And does firing into melee rules apply?
If the wolf went for me, they'd still get opportunity attacks, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll move up close enough.
Okay, throw me a dagger.
Gonna miss all these. Ooh.
17's a hit. Your dagger lands in the side of the wolf.
Also, on this round,
Yeah.
Neil, I would like to specify that I'm going to do my shield slash and my block with my shield.
Okay. The wolf goes. It is badly wounded, and you see it leap, or it turns to leap over the railing into the water. Stefan and Ty get attacks of opportunity.
What if it turns?
Plus
do
2
we
for
get
back
flanked?
attack.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Critical, Brad. Miss, Jeff.
So critical. So that will be
Double
It'll
damage.
be. Okay. Is my damage modifier double or just my damage dice?
Just the damage dice.
Okay, that's what I thought. Just wanted to specify. Okay. 8.
Big money. No whammies.
Money, money, money.
Since I'm dual wielding, Neil, do I get both my short sword attacks?
No.
That's
Wow.
That is a lot of
Nice.
damage.
Does it die before it gets over the edge?
It falls limply into the water, and kind of with a big splash.
Is it still above water, where I could throw daggers at it off the bridge?
Yeah, you run to the edge, lean over, and you see its body just kind of floating in the water, slowly moving down.
I look to them. We need to get its body and chop its head off. I saw the bolt that Stefan hit it with. It protruded out of its body. Its wounds were healing. Its wounds could still heal. We need to get its head.
I get my crossbow and I start peppering it as quickly
Well,
as I
it's
can.
moving under the bridge right now, because that's the
Yeah.
direction of the river.
I'll get on the other
I
side.
get
then.
my rope and maybe try and I don't know. Would it be possible to?
Last I went from the top of the bridge.
Can you swim?
I don't think
No.
anyone here can swim.
How deep
No.
is
How fast
Too
is it
deep.
moving though? Could we outrun it to the crypt?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
If someone leaves Ginger here, you can't take Ginger with you and outrun it. If you leave her on the bridge, you can.
The horn has been blown.
How about I stay here with Ginger and throw daggers while the other 2 run to the crypt and try to cut it off?
I'll shoot one crossbow bolt at it and then start running.
All right. So Ty's going to be getting there first, because you're going to reload, wait for it to come out on the other side of the bridge, take a shot, and
Yeah.
then go.
Could I
I'll only be 10 seconds or so.
the 2 other attacks while it was following or before it went under the bridge, or do I have to wait?
you'll have to wait for it to cross out on the other side.
Okay.
Would it be possible, Neil, for me to shoot it with my crossbow while I'm running, with like a minus maybe? Or
No.
okay, well then I'll just sprint down to the
I
crypt.
think you probably could shoot it from the side, but it's lying on the ground, so you would get a -4 to attack because it's prone and slightly submerged. It would have some cover, and it's dark. It's just an awkward angle. It's like wildly
Bradley,
inefficient.
how
But
do you
could
shoot
do
your
it.
crossbow while still holding your big shield?
Good point. I sprint down to the crypt.
Okay.
And if I see anyone along the way, I scream for them to come with me.
Yeah, you don't see anyone.
Okay.
So, Stefan, make your attack.
Okay, so it's not moving, so I'm guessing its AC is lowered. Is it -4 for prone plus for height?
No bonus for high ground when attacking, but you're shooting down at it, so I don't think the -4 for prone applies. So I think it would just be a normal attack roll.
How does high ground not apply? Oh, ranged weapon.
Yeah, it doesn't apply to a ranged weapon.
So just normal one. Okay. Do I get back attack if it's floating on its back?
Make a roll to hit.
Oh dear, doesn't
No,
matter.
it
Oh,
broops nearby.
low AC because it doesn't have dex.
Yeah, even
and
still.
then okay, all right. I'll drop the crossbow, leave it with Luther, and run off after my brother.
Okay. Ty, you're running towards the crypt.
I also want to try and keep an eye on it while I'm running to see if it becomes alive.
At the speed of the river. Okay.
And if I get to the crypt before it gets down there, I would like to get my crossbow and start shooting its body while it's approaching. I don't know if I would have any time to get any attacks off, but
You do get to the crypt well before the wolf comes in your direction.
okay, I would start trying to
Stefan,
pepper
you're
it with-
running along the side. The full moon kind of illuminates the river here, so you have a pretty good view of what's going on. Luther, you're standing over Ginger's body. What are you doing there?
I'm trying to just hit the werewolf with.
With dagger? Oh yeah, make your dagger attacks. Any daggers you miss are going to plummet to the bottom of the river, and you'll never recover them.
You do have my crossbow there that I left with you.
Yeah, but this was what I think I'll pick that up next round. But I'm assuming this is still a continuation of.
Sure. Go ahead and make your attacks. You can get all three. You can get a full round of dagger attacks
Okay.
if you'd like. 10 miss. 14 hit. 2 miss.
1 damage. I killed it.
Okay.
And then I pick up Jeff's crossbow. And I do have bolts with me for my own crossbow, so.
You pick up Jeff's. As you go to knock an arrow in it, you see the wolf kind of shake itself, righten, and begin to swim. And with that,
Jesus.
why don't we go to break? See you guys on the other side.